んにちは。It's Sushi-chan. How are you doing? Today we will learn the function of the dead particle. And do you know the difference between the dead particle and the ni particle? I know a lot of Japanese language learners get confused when they think about the ni and dead particle. Don't worry, I will explain it to you guys in detail in this lesson. Are you ready? Let's get started! First, I want to talk about the basic function of the dead particle. The dead particle can be used as a location particle. It marks the location where an action takes place. Let's take a look at some examples. I ate sushi at the new restaurant. If you want to say, I ate sushi at the new restaurant in Japanese, you can say, 私は新しいレストランで寿司を食べた。私は新しいレストランで寿司を食べた。In this sentence, a new restaurant is the place where you ate sushi, right? So a new restaurant, 新しいレストラン is the place of action. As I said, in order to mark the location where an action takes place, you may want to use the did particle. So that's why you need to put the did particle after 新しいレストラン How about this one? I study Japanese on Sushi-chan's YouTube channel. Japanese means 日本語 Channel means チャンネル in Japanese. If you want to say this sentence in Japanese, you can say 私は寿司ちゃんの YouTube チャンネルで日本語を勉強します。私は寿司ちゃんの YouTube チャンネルで日本語を勉強します。So in this case, Sushi-chan YouTube channel is the place I study Japanese, right? So this channel is the place of action. That's why you may need to put the did particle to mark the location. Let's take a look at one more example. I wrote a report at Starbucks. Report means レポート or 報告書. If you want to say this sentence in Japanese, you can say 私はスタバでレポートを書いた。私はスタバでレポートを書いた。Again, Starbucks is the place where I wrote the report, right? That's why you may want to put the did particle to mark the location of action. By the way, you can call Starbucks スタバックス in Japanese, but sometimes Japanese people call it スタバ It's common, so please try to call スタバ in Japanese next time. Do you understand? Then let's take a look at the difference between the did particle and the need particle. The most important point is to tell the destination, the place of existence, and the place of action. The need particle marks destination. The need particle also marks the place of existence. And the did particle marks the place of action. When you see Japanese sentences or when you make Japanese sentences, you need to pay attention to these 3 points. That's it. Very easy. Let's take a look at some examples. I went to Okinawa. 私は沖縄に行った。私は沖縄に行った。Again, you need to choose the best one from these 3 options. In this case, 沖縄 is the destination. So that's why you need to choose number 1. 私は沖縄に行った。私は沖縄に行った。How about this? There is a bike in the park. 自転車が公園にあります。自転車が公園にあります。In this case, the park is the place where a bike exists, right? So you may want to choose number 2, the place of existence. That's why you may want to put the need particle. How about this? Yuri runs at the gym. ユリはジムで走る。ユリはジムで走る。What you need to do is to think which is the best among these 3 options. In this case, the gym is the place where Yuri runs, right? So the gym is the place of action. You can choose the option 3. That's why you may need to put the did particle. Do you understand? The did particle is with verbs of action. But do you remember lesson 63? We learned the need particle can be used with certain verbs, such as 住む live, 泊まる stay, 立つ stand, 座る sit, 勤める work for. So if you use these verbs, you may need to use the need particle, but not the did particle. Great job, everyone! Additional private lessons and an original vocabulary and kanji list are available. Please check the link on my Patreon page below. Today's new kanji! Today we learned this kanji. For onyomi, this is pronounced as shoku and jiki. For kunyomi, you can pronounce as ta or ku. The basic meaning of this kanji is eat. Please remember, 食べる means eat. The stroke order is like this. Today's new words. 日本語 Japanese language. Great job, everyone! Homework time! Please review today's grammar points well. In next homework checking video, I will check if you guys understand the difference between the ni particle and the de particle. Thank you very much for watching. If you are interested in my private lessons, please check the link of my Patreon page below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so by clicking the subscribe button. That way, you won't miss any future lessons. See you soon! Bye bye!